everybody. This is the Brent and Alex Show, and my name is Brent.
Yeah, and welcome back, everyone. This is Alex.
Yup, and today we will be talking about telling you how to get jobs, how to be employed. So, I know it's been tough for everybody during the pandemic. People were getting laid off, losing jobs, but now we're going to tell you how to get the jobs. And this video is, for the young adults coming out of high school, college, and for your average working class citizen. And try to find jobs that are high in demand, jobs that's going to have longevity. So just try to find jobs that are high in demand and that's going to last for a lifetime. Now, Alex will be telling you about blue collar jobs that are high in demand.
Yeah, so there's a few good blue collar jobs that I'll be going over. And I'm actually going to give you examples that I've went or of jobs that I've done that you can slowly build up and move from blue collar to white collar, as we'll discuss later in this video. So the first one is grocery store workers. They always need grocery store workers, and even during the pandemic, people were going to the grocery store still. Like the grocery store was that one place where everyone was going to so that they can get food to eat. And even during the pandemic, there was a more influx of people coming into the grocery store. So that's a great spot, as well as fast food. I used to work at McDonald's, and one thing that I did was I just went in person. I was like, hey, are you all hiring? And they said, oh yeah, we're hiring. And I was persistent about it, and I ended up getting the job there. So I would say grocery store workers / fast food workers, those are something that during the pandemic and even now that we're out of the lockdown, these are some good blue collar jobs that you can easily get into. Another one is construction workers. That's another job that there's always going to be a need for. They're always building new houses, new projects. Construction workers are essential. Then you have forklift drivers and equipment operators. That's another great one because they need people to move around different shipments in stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, all of those merchandise and retail stores. Then you have bus drivers. I'm just going to go through the list. Bus drivers, janitors, and lastly, material handlers, which Brent will be going into more detail later on in this video.
Yep. And another thing too, the two sites that you should go on is usajobs.gov and Indeed.com. Those are two sites that are pretty good when it comes to, searching for jobs. And those jobs, he just said, are high in demand and has less qualifications. Those jobs are always hiring, so those are not really hard to find and hard to get. And material handler is one of the top blue collar jobs that everybody, is applying for. And they're looking for a lot of people to fill those positions. You're in the warehouse, doing inventory, you have the pallet jacks, and you're just doing a lot of, hands-on work. And that job really pays well. So look out for that, on those sites. Look out for a material handler and try to apply for that because you'll get that job. And yeah, the jobs that Alex just said, that don't have to be a dream job. It's just a job for you to start off with until you get to your dream job. And it's, pays well too. And then I want to tap on another thing when it comes to interviews. And that's going to be for another channel though, another video, but I just want to tap on this real quick though. Dress to impress. When you go to an interview, you want to dress to impress. Dress like it's your dream job. Be very presentable, like I said, then you will definitely get the job, guaranteed. And don't wait for a hiring manager to call you. Always go up there, be persistent, and so they know that you really want the job. Be very persistent and proactive, and go up there and follow up with the manager. Now, Alex, he's going to discuss the high demands for the white collar jobs, because there's a lot of good white collar jobs out there that you need experience on.
So now I'm going to talk about the white collar jobs, as Brent just said. And I'm even going to give another example because I just recently moved into one of these fields. But first, let me go over the fields. So at number one, cybersecurity. That's one of the hottest job markets right now because, as you see in the news, there's been quite a few hacks. Even on the East Coast, the Colonial Pipeline gasoline hack affected a lot of people. So cyber is a big one right now. There's a lot of hackers out there. There's a lot of people who want to hurt people's work online, especially since a lot of people are working remotely. They want to interfere with their network connection and send them malicious files. So, and I actually work in cybersecurity, and I can attest to this. That's a great field to get into. Then you also have personal financial advisor. There's a lot of people who are in banks and who want to improve in their investments and get into real estate and different streams of income. So that's a great one to get into. Financial manager, accountant, application and software developer, which is another one. I also used to do computer science, and I know how important it is to have good programs that will run under stress and under people using the application a lot. And then lastly, web designers. New people want to have websites. I know we're going to do our own website.
Yes.
So web design is very important. You want to have your website to be creative. And when somebody knows how to add videos and add thumbnails and add different effects on the website, that's great. And then lastly, I'll go into this. You don't necessarily, like for example, cybersecurity, this is what currently in. You don't need to have a lot of bachelor's degree or master's degree in cyber. I'll tell you right now, I just went into a 1-year program. It was called Year Up, and that helped me get my cybersecurity job. And I'll actually put a flyer or a picture of the logo so you can check it out, and it might be in an area near you, or Job Corps. So you don't necessarily have to take the traditional route and go all the way through 4 years of college. I'll tell you right now, cybersecurity, if you have some experience and you do certifications, you will go really far. They'll be seeking for you. So just do your research on these different types of jobs and talk to other people and see what are some things that they look for in this. Maybe when you go to the bank next time, you want to be an accountant. You ask them, hey, how did you get this job position? What did you do to get it? Can you give me some tips? Then maybe you exchange contact information. Y'all talk for, 15 minutes, and they give you some great information. And then you do your own research to back up their information. And then maybe they'll say, oh, actually, we do have a hiring event next week. You want to come along? That's a great way to get into a white-collar job field.
Yep. And what he just touched on, too, that I'm glad he said, I'm not discouraging people from getting degrees. Degrees are good to get. But it's good to, get into a program where it's going to give you a certificate because it shows that you have the experience for the job. So I would just do that, I still pursue your degree because I went to college myself, but getting a certificate, it really helps out to get the job even more.
I do want to clarify on that. Yeah, what he said is correct. But for me personally, I know a lot of people like you all, some people don't like school or they don't want to be in school for long.
Right.
So this is just an alternative to school. It's just an alternative. Right. It's like a plan B, like a second action. So if you're not really into school, but you want to, take certificates and take certifications and still get that job, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to experience.
Yes.
You can go to a 4-year college and still not really know how to do the job. So it's about that work experience, getting on those hands-on projects to do that. So just wanted to clarify that.
Yep, he just said it. He's right. And like I said, I'm gonna close out the show. I appreciate everybody watching. We will have more videos coming up soon, so stay tuned. Get your popcorn ready. Relax a little bit. We're gonna hit y'all with so many videos. Y'all gonna be very excited. And I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Brent and Alex Show, and we will be back. Thank you for tuning in.
We out.
Appreciate it. Subscribe too. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, subscribe.
Yeah, we watching. We watching.